I'm Shafiq Qureshi. In the continuation of talking about the history of Pakistan, today I would like to introduce a real epic character that should be known in the entire world for its chivalric code, along with all the noble qualities which could be possessed by a real chivalric character. And this is the rare blend of the things which could be possessed by any chivalric character in the world. So he was a real epic character. Although we know different epics which are fought in the world, but this is the rare example, this is the unprecedented example of the epic battles which were fought by a greatest hero named Ajab Khan Afridi. On our way from Kohat to Peshawar, on the verge of the road, there stood a huge statue, and that is the statue of Ajab Khan Afridi. Ajab Khan Afridi launched many offences against English army and captured their arsenals and weapons, along with killing a large number of English soldiers. One day the English soldiers entered into his house and severely disgraced his mother. Later on, the mother of Ajab Khan entrusted him with the duty to take severe revenge against the English soldiers. She went to the extent of saying that he would never return back to the home unless he had taken the revenge against the English soldiers. Henceforth, Ajab Khan was quite resolute in taking the revenge against the English soldiers, just to take revenge for the disgrace they have done to his mother. That was the time that majority of Pakhtuns were driven against Ajab Khan by offering considerable amount of bribes to the Pakhtuns, and Ajab Khan was left alone with very small number of people. So Ajab Khan once entered into the house of one of the English officers' house and kidnapped Alice. During this process of kidnapping, Alice's mother cried to the top of her voice. Thereupon she was killed by the soldiers of Ajab Khan, and all other guards and the soldiers who were appointed in that house were killed by Ajab Khan. Ajab Khan took a shelter in a cave on the mountain which is known as Kotal, and he stayed there for 10 days. And ultimately, finally, after the elapse of 10 days, he managed to enter into Afghanistan. And he asked the government of Afghanistan to give him shelter. They not only give him shelter, but also handed him hundreds of acres of land. At the time, the English government announced a reward for any person who could kill Ajab Khan, and that reward was amounting to 1 lakh rupees, which, if we just talk about the modern amounts, that comes to uh, crores of rupees. And everybody was surprised, couldn't understand and couldn't believe that how could possibly he enter into the house of one of the officers' house, of English officers' house. So he stayed there along with Alice for 9 months in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, he lived there, and after the elapse of 9 months, Alice was delivered back to the English people, to the English army. So when they performed the medical examinations upon the Alice, so she found to be a quite chaste lady. So they were highly impressed at the treatment of Ajab Khan. They just wanted to pardon Ajab Khan, but only had it not been for the murder of Alice's mother, they could have pardoned him completely, and they were impressed. So this battle which was fought was by Ajab Khan was in 1923. And one day in 1985, in the visit, the Alice visited Pakistan, and she went to the house of Ajab Khan, and she broke into tears and wept a lot in that house, recalling the memory of the past. And she said she revealed her real feeling before the people, that she had never met a person like Ajab Khan, and she was the only character which she got impressed from, and in the entire world she couldn't find a person like that. So you see that this is a vivid example for all the people of Pakistan, particularly the youngsters. But this is the duty of every person to follow this example and to fight for the sake of against injustice, and fight for saving the lives of those people who are passing through the wretched condition